I didn't see those actually when I read through those. I remember reading my printer here. I did.
I saw it and I was like, I should get some information about that.
Yeah, I read those too. I didn't.
I drove by it.
What is it?
It's like gonna be a crazy bike for the one I got.
Oh, I know what it is. It's right over here. It's right. Put up the, yeah, he put
It's already
the.
there though, I don't know. And that's on me, that all the structure's there.
They're new. That guy.
They pulled the permit application today, but it's not, it's already been, not zoning compliant, so.
It's all 2x4s. It's all-
Yeah,
Go through.
it's 4x4s.
Well, like, so I don't know.
Oh, we already got that in.
There's a stainless steel sink sitting out there.
Yeah, he
I don't
cleans
know
his
if they're
fish
making
out.
a clean fish.
He does. He cleans. He does smooth game. He does use
I
it.
didn't know if they're just gonna put out like a carport or something.
No, I don't think so because he's found a lot of wood. Put a lot of cement in it too.
And it's got like nice, like the joists are like nice black.
Yeah, he stuck those.
Nice ones.
Yeah.
Clear, it's not cheap.
What's going on?
I know exactly where that is.
You're gonna rile up a neighbor.
They didn't pull any. They didn't pull anything.
So I can talk about it.
I don't think it'd go anyway. You just can't do that.
No, it won't.
So to me, it's like do whatever you want. Good evening, everybody. We'll get started with the Planning Commission meeting of August 19th, 2025. We will start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Katie, could you please call the roll?
Baker.
Here.
Bilk. Cox. Frizone. Hutchinson.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Hyatt. Upholzer. And I think Mayor Schumann is going to make an announcement, but Commissioner Wood has resigned.
Do we have a motion to excuse absent members?
Motion to excuse.
Moved and supported. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, do we have public comment for matters that are on the agenda?
Good evening, everyone. Garrett Shoemate, 31140 Island Drive. Public comment relevant to matters on the agenda, which is the resignation of John Wood. We accepted the resignation at council, so I want to make sure that everybody was aware of that resignation. We express a lot of gratitude to John for his service, not only on these commissions, but more broadly for the city of Gibraltar. And we've been actively exploring who will be appointed to that seat. So what I would ask of all you commission members is, we can take that offline for discussion, but if you have anybody in this community that you think would be a strategic fit for this set of commissions, we would love to consider them as council makes that appointment. I'd like to have that appointment made on the 25th so that you would roll into the next meeting for planning and DDA with a filled seat. Any questions, comments for me on that front? Awesome, thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Moved and supported, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okey-doke. Do we have approval of the previous meeting minutes of July 15th, 2025?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Moved and supported, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we do have acknowledgement of correspondence. There is a letter to the planning commission from a resident. Do you mind covering
Yeah, I
that as well?
can give some overview to this. The letter dated August 8th, 2025 is from a neighbor of 30475 Adams Drive, bringing your attention to a structure that has begun on construction under, next door along the shoreline. I believe it's a gazebo-type structure. And the letter outlines the concerns in terms of the sightline and the fact that this does not appear to meet the zoning ordinance. I'll share from the building department. I talked with them today. They are aware of this. They have been in discussion with the owners of the property, is my understanding. The owners of the property did come in to put in a permit application for that structure today. It previously was not permitted. And I know just from looking at the plans that have been shared with me from that permit discussion that it does not meet the sightline setback requirements for accessory structures. But because they just pulled that permit today, I know there's a code enforcement awareness of this as well, but that's currently where it's at. There's no definitive conclusion as we work through that process with the homeowner in denying the permit, and then they can exercise their options, whether they want to go to the ZBA or potentially remodel and reformat where that structure is on their lot.
Pretty much already up.
Well, in general, this is not a planning commission issue.
Correct.
It's a building commission issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a building and ordinance issue right now.
Right.
Yep.
That's all. I just wanted to give that
Yeah,
update.
thank you for the update.
So you need a receive and file motion?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have support?
I'll support.
Moved and supported, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Do we have public comment for matters that are not listed on the agenda? Okey-doke. We will go to unfinished business. This is sign review number 2 for 29255 West Jefferson Avenue, the Dollar General. And you
Yes.
want to provide an update? And last time, I believe it was that we left it that we wanted to make sure that it followed our request of nautical.
Yes,
additions?
that's correct. So the Dollar General has resubmitted their sign application to comply with the request for the nautical theme, which they've added anchors, they've added some of the kind of pilings around their wall sign, the posts with rope wrapped around them. That is up to all of you to discuss whether it meets the nautical theme requirement. I will add, there have been some changes to the signage since their last application that is not necessarily in compliance with the zoning ordinance. They did add an additional small kind of accessory sign above the doorway, the entryway, with the DG initials, with anchors on both sides, which the ordinance only allows one wall sign. Also up for your discussion. That main sign, they did kind of make a little bit smaller on the side of the building. It's so close to the square footage requirements that it does feel like it's almost splitting hairs in terms of measurement. But It's slightly over the square footage requirement, but they did add those anchors on both sides. And the existing Save More sign that was on that post has been turned into a ground sign across the driveway to the south. And the ground sign is where they have those kind of pilings with the ropes attached to continue that nautical theme. So this portion has changed from that pole sign. These are the items for your discussion. Again, the things that I called out in terms of the setback on the ground sign can also be for your consideration. It is essentially the same footprint just to the south regarding the setback as the pole sign was on the north side of the driveway. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but those were the major changes. Those were my notes in terms of what is allowed by the ordinance.
Jane, was the original Save More sign non-conforming?
It was.
Because the new one, really, we're talking a 5-inch square.
It's so-
That's
right.
it. It's just 5 inches square. That's where it's just out of conformance.
The Save More sign was much larger.
Yeah, I don't personally have an issue with it, and I think they followed up.
I-
I'm actually surprised too, quite honestly, because Dollar General's such a brand that they came back with some,
And the reality is probably those anchors are actually, is what's pushing it
It
out
is.
of compliance.
Yeah.
quite honestly, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, up for discussion with the team for sure. I don't,
Yeah, I think that one's fine. I think, to me, the big question is the secondary sign at the entryway. And I don't personally have a problem with it. It's in there, it's in
It's in the gabled area.
there. It's not like it's another thing that's outside of the building footprint itself. So I personally don't have a problem with it, but that's probably something we want to discuss.
The monument sign bothers me a little bit, only because of the setback. I mean, based on the photo, the shrubs are hiding half of that sign coming from the south. And I suspect, once they realize that, they might decide that that sign's gonna get a little bit closer to Jefferson, because
Or
unless
take
they're
the-
gonna
or take
cut
the
down the
shrubs down.
hedges. You know,
Shrubs could go. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
they'd have to cut the tree down to be able to push it back to get the additional, what are they, 3 foot short?
Yeah, I think it was 12 feet. It was sitting at 12 feet, right?
It seems like it could impair the line of sight slightly where it's located, but not too bad to make them change it. But it does seem like if you're headed northbound, that could block the line of sight slightly for pedestrians or vehicles coming out of the parking lot. Whereas before, it was placed differently where it wasn't impairing the line of sight for that turn. But that's where they want to put it.
It is, if you look at the, I don't know if it's the first page or second page of their kind of packet, they show where the sign is in relation to the parking lot. It is just parallel to that curb where the parking lot is cut out too. So it's,
and that one's farther back from the
Yeah,
existing.
it's actually further back than
It's
the
further
existing,
back than the existing
Yeah.
sign.
but it's
that's-
lower.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they're gonna remove that existing one and put this one on the south side.
This is the existing, correct?
This was the
that's-
existing,
Yeah.
and this is the,
Yeah, it is. I mean,
So it's actually,
further back.
it's actually more in compliance, it's closer to compliance.
So the old one is actually closer to the road than what this one is?
Correct.
yes.
Yep,
Basically right on the sidewalk.
Quite a bit.
Right on
Yeah,
the sidewalk,
yeah.
basically.
yep. Yeah, so it's actually better for us.
Yeah.
That's on,
I think they
they
came
don't have
back with-
page numbers, but
It's like the second page of the
It is-
horizontal pages.
yeah, it's over, be like the satellite view.
And the wooden post, that's our nautical theme,
Yeah, wood piling.
For the, that's
or the monument sign?
for the monument sign.
I don't mind the sign itself with the posts, that looks good,
Yeah, I think it'll look fine.
and that meets the theme.
I think I'm okay. I mean, any concerns?
I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. It's much more in compliance than what was there before. Is it 100% true to what we're typically asked for? No, but it's a lot better than what it was, and I think it's moved in the right direction, and it's got the nautical themes that we asked for, so I'm okay with it personally.
And they shrunk the wall sign too, right on the.
Yeah, they did.
Shrunk that quite a bit.
They did, yeah.
It was huge before, right? It was gonna be ginormous. Yeah.
Usually Dollar General has a pretty big sign.
It was more the same size as the old Save More sign.
Okay.
It looks pretty small now.
Yeah.
It's in proportion.
Yeah, it looks good. I think it looked good.
Do we have a
Problem with it.
interest in someone making a motion to move forward?
I will. I'm okay with it. It's actually better than what it was before, and so I'll make the motion that we approve this 3 signs.
I support it.
Moved and supported. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okey doke, thank you. New business, we have sign review for 14221 Park Street. This is Riverside Townhomes. And this is way down. Okay. Do you want to cover your
Yeah.
updates there? What's the, is this an,
No, those are
This
existing
is the
signs.
ones
They're
that
just
are-
slapping some
Correct.
logos on there that have the
Yes.
lighthouse.
Just
It's-
to conform with the
They
nautical,
basically
correct?
never came to us for approval on the signs they put up.
yeah,
It's a way to get around their lack of not following the rules.
and is this because we had conversations with them following the last meeting and who went,
I believe they're here.
what's
I
that?
believe they're here.
Hello?
I'm Kelly, I'm maintenance super over there.
Okay,
The sign was put up on the previous owner and previous management and previous to both of us. So we kind of got thrown into
inherited.
it and then found out that we weren't within compliance. So we had some of our sign guys from Lincoln Park that does a lot of our signage create something, and I guess this is our saying, is this what you guys are looking for? Do we need to make more modification? You know, what is it exactly that you're looking for? Is that all right?
Yeah, I mean, generally, we're looking for, just like with the Dollar General, like nautical theme, I think after reviewing the attempt is obviously like the lighthouses, which somewhat aligns
I
to
think
the
it helps.
lighthouses.
What I would like to see is using the timbers rather than the 4x4s or 6x6s, whatever there. I'd rather see that,
So it's consistent.
so it's consistent with what we see with most of the signs in the area.
Do you want to cover, Jane, what you
Sure.
had?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, this sign is existing. The plans really show the addition of the decal. So we didn't have the overall dimensions of the monument sign. It's what I would call it. It's a residential entryway. Based off of my estimates, it does appear to be less than 18 square feet, and 36 square feet is allowed. I only see this one sign. I guess I didn't pay attention when I went by if there was multiple signs, but one sign is included in what's allowed in terms of the residential entryway signage. And the proposed signage is located at the entrance of the residential development, so no issue in terms of the location of the sign. And then the sign includes 2 lighthouse images, and it's all up to you all to discuss if that sufficiently meets the nautical theme requirement.
We do have 2 signs.
Okay.
Yep, we have one at the entrance closer to Jefferson, and then one at our second entrance, basically right before the curve up here on Jep. One of them
But
faces,
that's one to each entryway,
yes, one to each
correct?
entrance,
Okay.
correct. Yep, yes.
I don't see an issue if it's one to each entryway.
So it's more the aesthetics portion of the ordinance.
Correct.
Other discussion from the commission?
I think it's a little kind of artsy, it's kind of artsy nautical, so I think I like it.
I don't have an
issue with it. Looks good.
Got their website on it, that's nice.
Is that just a vinyl,
Correct,
essentially?
vinyl post cover. Yep, it's just a 4x4 underneath it.
Or you mean like this, a vinyl sticker?
Well, and is the lighthouse just a vinyl sticker that's 8x18 that will be
Correct.
added?
Yep. The sign guy came out, measured, and kind of figured out schematic, what would look right, so it wouldn't look ridiculous, and it would look like it belonged there.
Yeah.
Not to be a stickler, but that sign's gotta be much bigger than 18 square feet.
I'll explain how I estimated if it's drawn to scale with the decal, if the decal is 8 inches by 18 inches, if you take, that's how I kind of estimate, that was the one, that's the rectangle I worked off from. Now, is that accurate? I don't know. That's my explanation of how I came to that dimension.
What's maximum allowance?
36?
It's probably, I mean, it's not bigger than 36 square feet.
Yeah, it's probably 4 by 8 foot wide, I would imagine.
It's 4x8.
That's what I was thinking.
4x8 piece
It's
of-
probably a 4x8 sheet, and then they added the triangle at the top.
So it still
So-
complies with
Then it's
so it
just,
would still be
it's just framed out with like normal siding stuff and.
Yeah.
The decals are not then to scale
on the picture.
on the picture.
So they would be smaller then?
Yes.
Yeah, you might. I guess my ask would be if you could, can you get us a rendering with the dimensions to scale? So if it actually looks like the picture, then it's probably okay.
But if they're just little tiny lighthouses on the corner.
But if they're just
you
little
know,
tiny, if they're little tiny ones, then probably not, okay.
Yeah, my guess is they're more like 36 inches tall.
Yeah, and like probably like 16 inches wide at the bottom or 12 or something like that. We need to know that piece. Otherwise it'll, yeah, they'll just be like, you know, a little sticker on there.
What about the vinyl on the post? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, that's true. Does the other sign look just like this?
The other sign looks exactly like this, sir. It faces a different direction, so to speak, but it looks, height-wise, they're very close, but the, everything around the outside of it, the way all the agriculture is done is all exactly the same. They're just mirrors of each other.
Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with post. I mean, you were talking about like the piling
Yeah,
style.
piling type of post would be, was
Yeah,
my
just-
preference, but.
You'd have to box in one of those posts with one of them, with one of the
Yeah, that
long-
would be nice if we had pilings on there instead of the posts.
Instead of the posts.
Yeah.
You probably leave the post, you
It
just
is
box
that
it
for us
in.
to dictate?
Yeah, like how there's, yeah, like everybody's sign is
You know,
done
yeah,
here.
it looks nice.
Like the Gibraltar sign.
Look good, but, you know, is that for art? That's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's $1 million question.
Is the only other thing I would say, I don't know that I would, yeah, I'm kind of, I mean, one, I guess my thought is, you kind of inherited it, which is unfortunate that they didn't comply. You're making an attempt to comply. I think it would be cool if we got the right scaled pictures so that we make sure that it looks like the picture or rendering that you have.
Okay.
The only other thing that I would say is, didn't we put a lighthouse on the city sign that we approved? On the Henry Ford, is there, so I wonder, an opportunity to make sure that they're the same, because I'm guessing it's just an image, a generic image, so that they look the same. Other than that, I don't know if I would, I mean, I would like the pilings, but I don't know if, then you have to go back and like rework your whole sign, I don't know.
Yeah, twice. That's what sucks.
Yeah. I'm not really like opposed to
Force them to do that.
leaving the post.
Sign as it's pictured looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think if the decals actually look like this on the sign, you know, I don't know what they would take, instead of 18 inches, maybe they need to be 30 inches.
Yeah, whatever.
But I think if it actually looks like the photograph, I don't have a problem with it.
You could do like a conditional approval if you come back with an image or send it to Katie,
Yeah, I can do that.
if someone's interested in making that,
I'll make that motion.
something to scale.
There you go. I'll make that motion. I don't know how you want to word
So it'd be
that.
a motion for Riverside Townhomes to come back with a rendering of the lighthouses to scale to match the image provided
With the dimensions.
with the dimensions.
Okay, so it's not
It's
technically a
is it
conditional.
approval or is it just,
Conditional approval?
It'd be, well, we can't approve it till we see it, right?
Right.
The condition would be if it comes back.
Well, the sign's already
looking
there,
like
so it's just basically
yeah.
delaying another month if we would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just, I think I would do it as a regular approval. If they provide that to Katie and it meets the requirements that you mentioned, then it'd be approved, if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Jeff?
Personally, again, the signs are already there.
Yeah.
I think we just have them submit what they're gonna do, and we vote on it next month. We have a chance to discuss it and make any other suggested changes we need to make. It's not like it's gonna harm them, the sign's already there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys want us to take them down,
It gives them
I mean,
more
they're
time
there,
to-
they're existing,
No.
so we're just trying to,
That's fair. That's
we
a
want to
good point. I didn't think
comply.
about that. Yeah, we're not really holding anything up.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna need somebody to repeat the motion, please.
Well, we're not.
We're just
gonna-
gonna.
We don't need a
ask them-
motion now. Can you
Yeah,
just
we're
come
gonna
back?
ask them to go back
Can you
and-
just come
Yeah,
back
that's
with the updated?
Come back with
rendering?
the dimensions
Right
and
dimensions.
the rendering and.
We can do that.
That's a good proposal. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks. Okey dokey. Yeah, I was thinking it's gonna be a new sign, but you're right, it's there, so we're not hurting them at all. No postponed or referred items, Commissioner Forum?
I'll just say, sad to see Woody go. He's been sitting next to me for a long time.
Yeah.
Just make sure you just pick someone good to sit next to me.
Yeah, I'll echo, what you said. He's been here, you guys have been here longer than I, but, he's been here for a long time. A lot of contributions to the city, and I know, he and his wife also do a lot of work, outside of the planning commission in the community, so appreciate everything that they've done. Support on the fire department, beautification committee, a lot of things, so. And a long history in the city for that family. Be looking for a motion to adjourn?
I just wanted to mention something real quick, too. It's my understanding that the gas station is for sale. And if you recall, last month, we had a short discussion on our vision for the city 20, 25 years from now. And I did my darndest to try to find a video with the rendering of what the city could potentially look like.
I gave it
Apparently,
to
this
Katie
was.
tonight.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
From Jeff.
Yeah, and, because it was, we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but in my opinion, gas stations shouldn't be downtown. It's just my opinion, and there's like an opportunity. Unfortunately, it was something that I thought might be an opportunity a year from now, 5 years from now. I never expected it to show up a week or a month after we had a short discussion over it, but
I mean, our downtown is 3 vacant buildings and a gas station that's closed, and you're gonna have another vacant building sit there forever, or? I mean,
no, but you have to eventually follow what our master plan says. I mean, if we always worry about, well, we can't do it right now because, we want to generate a little bit of income from a new business or something. I don't think we ever will get to what a long-term version of downtown would be.
and, point of sale, ain't it? That's
No, there's
kinda,
someone in there.
that's still going? Okay, I thought that was shut down again.
It's a tough one. I think what people will run into with that is most gas station locations with the dig up of the tanks are unbuildable
Fortune.
locations for like 10 to 15 years because of the
Contamination.
contamination of the ground, so
Yeah, it'd be a fortune.
we'd end up for a long time.
Parking lot for Captain Jim's, that's what it'd be.
Yeah. Sadly, I think that's what they'll run into. That's probably why they'll have a hard time selling it unless somebody wants to take it over. I think that's owned by
Speedway,
7-Eleven. It's owned by
Speedway.
Speedway, yeah.
yeah, which is 7-Eleven, I think.
Correct.
I called them. I did some investigation on that one. I'm curious what, yeah, it's not hitting their corporate
I'll have to look into that, because I didn't think that tank removal would cause building issues. But,
Yeah, the ground, that's why if you see a lot, that's why a lot of like, if you drive around like on Telegraph or whatever and you see those empty gas stations, it's because of the contamination in the ground, so folk can't put certain stuff on it. I don't know the specifics, but, okay. Anything else for Commissioner Foran? Looking for a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Good evening, commission members. I'd like to call the Downtown Development Authority meeting into order. Since we've already done our Pledge of Allegiance, I will have Clerk Tomasic please call roll.
Schumate?
Here.
Baker?
Here.
Bilk?
Here.
Cox? Frisone? Hutchinson?
Here.
Olson?
Here.
Hyatt? Here. Upholzer?
Do we have a motion to excuse absent members?
Motion to excuse absent members.
Is there a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Clerk Tomasic, you got that?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comment. Do we have any members of public that wish to address the commission this evening? Well, just a comment from me at the opening. Obviously, we discussed the resignation of John Wood and the need to fill the seat with not only a good neighbor for Jeff, but a strategic partner for the commission. So just know that we're hard at work on that. I did have one priority nomination, but I will be reaching out to everybody offline to make sure that your voice is heard. If you have anybody that you think would be a good fit for this commission, I'd love to hear it. And then we'll work with council to make that appointment on the 25th, our next council meeting. The second thing I want to throw out there is I wanted to make sure that we had Parks and Recreation Director Reynolds here to give you an update on the 4th of July. But I intentionally wanted to also make sure we celebrated what I thought was an incredible 4th of July for the community. And it's thanks to this commission for all the investments and decisions that were made to help facilitate the right approach for such an amazing 4th of July. In addition to our Director of Public Safety and all the fire and police, DPW and everybody else, Parks and Rec, the commission members, all of those parties that came together. So just thank you profusely, and thank you to this DDA for the investment in the community and the celebration we're able to have. With that being said, I will close public comment if there is no comment here, and we will move to approval of agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now we'll get to our approval of previous meeting minutes. DDA members, you will see item A, DDA minutes of 7/15/2025. Is there a motion to approve these minutes?
Motion to approve.
Motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. That will take us to our acknowledgement of correspondence, and we're very lucky to have Finance Director McEwen here, so I'd love for her to join me up here for a update on A, which is the full year 2025-2026 DDA budget as of 8/14/25.
Included the budget in your guys' packet. I wanted to see if you had any questions. And I also wanted to give everybody a heads up that we're kind of trending towards not spending all of the DDA money from the bond down. So I did contact the attorney. He got back to me today, and we're probably going to want to re-advertise for a couple of other items just to make sure that we spend that down before the deadline of, I think I put it of May 2026 to make sure that we have a little extra wiggle room with that. So I just want to make y'all aware of that. You'll probably see me again next month with that language and information from the attorney. And is there any questions, comments?
So our balance is sitting at 219,105
For the DDA bond,
for capital improvements. Is that
capital
what's-
improvements, yep, 219,105.
Okay.
Yep.
But what actually caused that? Was
What
it-
caused that? The cameras. We paid a good portion down on the cameras. That was about $58,304.61. And then we also had the 4th of July. You guys always get dinged right away because 4th of July,
Yeah,
that's most of,
yeah.
so you guys get dinged kind of quickly and then it slows down.
Any questions for budget? Thank you.
Okay.
So I do have a question. So what else could be added?
It would have to be items in the DDA. A community center generator was not in the original or the second advertisement, and I've heard people talk about that a lot, so that would be one of the things that we were thinking about adding. Flooring in City Hall, because this is in the DDA district, and I'm sure, I don't know if anybody here has tripped on this carpet, but
Bubbles over there.
other folks have. Different, I think we were thinking about also doing windows possibly at the community center building as well. So,
Would the, well, I guess that would fit into capital expenditures. Okay.
if you guys have anything else that you think should be added or anything like that, feel free to email me. I think everybody has my email, or give me a call. Email's usually best.
Thank you.
Look it up. Thank you. Appreciate the update.
Awesome. And then just practically speaking, I know that Amy includes this in the blue bold text, but we are getting to work on all of these projects. So for example, the ones you see, such as the parking lot resurfacing, Katie and I just formalized a signature on some of that documentation. The road bridge replacement over the Franken Poet Drain, again, active execution. Roof repairs, you'll see, obviously, we're waiting on some final information, but we'll progress that work. So the good news is the teams are hard at work to advance these projects on execution front.
Would the generator just be for the main community center or also the Cook Center?
I mean, I could have it written up for both community centers. I think I only had it for one, because we have one for the DPW already
Yep.
in the bond language. So,
There's an inherent like O&M, right? Obviously, like maintenance. I don't know if that's something. Do we pay for the existing one, or do our DPW workers do the maintenance, like oil change on the generator and all that stuff?
we pay for the existing maintenance.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Might just be something to consider if you do two. Maybe they'll.
Yeah. I think the good news is we have a good priority list to target, and some of these, like even like Amy mentioning the windows, right? And not only the investment on updating what are archaic windows, but ultimately it helps drive utility efficiency as well, so it pays dividends in the investment. Thank you, Amy. Any questions for Amy? I just appreciate you for coming to the commission and for bringing these updates regularly. We'll continue to make sure you have updates on this as we track the spend against, and it's good that we'll be able to unlock potentially a couple other projects, as Amy mentioned. Next topic, Katie, would you like a motion to receive and file that? Yep. Let's, before we move on to the next topic, let's get a motion to receive and file the full year 25-26 DDA budget as of 8/14/25.
Motion to receive and file DDA budget as of
8/14.
8/14/2025.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. As I opened up within the public comment section, I'm really excited about the 4th of July festivities. I've asked Austin to also make sure he carefully considers some of the debrief so we can capture feedback, what went well, where we want to unlock further opportunities. So I know he's hard at work on that. But Austin, you want to come up and talk them through your item, which is item B, 4th of July 2025 expenditure report.
Oh, perfect. All right, so most of the money we spent this year was stuff we usually do, like the porta potties, the tents. There's a few bands on there, and then you see the $8,330 for the barricades that you guys approved, which I feel like that was a great purchase. We usually rent or buy, we don't permanently have barricades until this year, so we won't see that purchase taken out of future 4th of July, so you can see where that would help us in the future. Obviously, overall, it was about $31,869.43. Those are all the revenue at the bottom where we got money back. I'm looking to expand that next year. As you see, we had 4 vendors, 2 food vendors, the community center rental, which was the craft show, and then that's what Wade shows the carnival gave us, the $1,500. So we got a good little chunk of change back off of that. Not too much was spent on decorations. 128.93. We used a lot of existing decorations this year, so I was able to save a little money there. The fireworks, which you guys approve, were obviously the biggest portion, being 15,000.
So next year we'll be around like 24,000-ish.
Yeah, 24, 26, because the barricades won't be there in the future.
Maybe some additional decorations or something
Right.
next year. If
We
stuff
might
broke
do
or- It was a
additional
good,
decorations.
it was a great, I spent like $150 on wristbands. It was the rides were good, and what I did notice that I thought was, one, it's pretty wild that they have like electronic ticketing and stuff. I was like, dang, I didn't imagine that they were gonna have that, so that was pretty sweet, and then you could buy the stuff in advance. They had a lot of workers,
Oh, yeah.
so there was no like question of who you need to go talk to. So they definitely come in like full bore.
Yeah, they were
Were they
great.
interested in doing it again?
They are interested in doing it again. I've had, I wouldn't say initial talks, but it was kind of my closing talk from last year with Mike from Wade Shows, and he said that they are interested in coming back and that he'll talk to me soon. So I'll reach back out. I would love to have them again if you guys would love to as well. I mean, I think it went really well. I think they were great to work with. All their rides were quality stuff. I mean, they looked good, and a lot of people came and had fun. I heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, their rides were in good shape, and we probably offset their loss at Woodhaven, whatever that's called, Uncle Sam Jam, because
Uncle
it
Sam
rained.
Jam.
They canceled all that, so.
Well, I will tell you, comparing Wade to the folks that we had last year, it was a 180-degree difference, because I will tell you, even the labor there, some of them had difficulty, speaking English, but not a single one hesitated when I asked, to take care of something, if I found something electrically related, they were on it. So it was pretty cool to see that. They
Yeah,
were
man.
definitely, going always in the right direction, even little things that really wasn't my responsibility, like some barricades like around where they were making some hot tacos and stuff. I was just saying, you guys really need to put something there. It was there within 20 minutes, so, yeah.
And they all had uniforms, and yeah, it's a professional organization. You can tell that they take pride in it, so, yeah.
Is the $1,500, is that like a set thing in the beginning, when they gave us $1,500 back in the very bottom?
They actually they only had to give us 1,000. They upped it to 1,500.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was preset. Okay.
Yeah, don't they have to make so much before they start giving a little bit back?
No, this is a guarantee. Previous contracts we've seen required a certain threshold to be met. This contract we negotiated is a guarantee.
Yeah, they put a line item in there, I remember that. That's cool that they upped it too. They did well. There was a lot of people running through there.
Yeah.
There really was, and their food was good too. Thanks for
Anything
the
else
up.
you'd like to share?
That's it for me. I mean, we had a few bands. I think that would probably go down. I think time that the bands would be there would be up, but number of bands would be down, and we'd probably have an hour gap in between. I mean, we had a DJ. Obviously, we had DJ Tex on the paper anyway, so he could provide music between. But the turnaround time between bands was a little quick for them to try to get off and on in 30 minutes. So you might see one or two less on the budget for next year. But that's it for me.
Any other feedback for Austin? Commissioner members?
No, I think it was good job. The parade was really good. I know Sunseekers digs in a lot on the parade. That was long, it's long, it's good. Like I had family that came in to watch it, and they were like, dang, it's a long parade, especially for like a smaller town. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard all positive comments, no negative comments at all.
That's amazing. Congrats to you and the commission and all the parties mentioned.
That was
Appreciate
good
it.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I just want to echo. I think phenomenal job, and it's amazing to think if you rewind the tape to last year and what we had to go through with those rides. Big shout out to Commissioner Baker, who's been instrumental on the electrical side every step of the way. But made the right decision last year. We use that as a learning, and you all approved a really professional organization to do this year, and I hope we can secure them for future years, Austin. With that being said, we'll need a motion to receive and file item B, 4th of July 25 expenditure report. Is there a motion?
Motion to receive and file.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We don't have any unfinished business, and we do not have any new business this evening, which brings us to our DDA Director's Report. Just a couple updates on my end. One is the voluntold Commissioner Bilk and Commissioner Baker. I'll be reaching out to you for a meeting related to the tax assessments and some of the discussion we're going to have there. So I know last meeting you all were
Tax assessment, what are
voluntold
we
to be.
talking about?
We'll have to have you watch the tape. Last meeting, you committed to me that you would help support some of the assessment of.
No, you got me on the wrong committee.
All right. So I'm going to be reaching out to you all to make sure that I can schedule that meeting to include you. We're doing some internal work on that, as I mentioned in the last meeting. For commission members, the big picture here is we wanted to take a look at the current valuations of residential and commercial properties in the city of Gibraltar and make sure we understand them as a current administration, and that you all are aware of all the specifics of that equation as it relates to decisions you make around the trajectory of our revenue. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. That's the background context. I brought it to you last meeting, and Commissioner Bilk and Commissioner Baker hopefully will be a part of some of the subsequent discussions. Second thing I want to say is you all have asked about the ordinance enforcement in different arenas. I just want to give a shout out to Chief and Ordinance Officer LaCourse and our building officials. I hope you feel that when you say something, we do something. Tonight's example on the sign revision was one business who was a part of the list as we took inventory. So just thank you to the departments that are doing it. It's hard for us to be everywhere and watch every single thing as a community. We have a limited amount of resources in the police department, but I think they're doing a great job doing what they can. When they hear something, they do something, and just grateful for the business owner who's making that revision and obviously put it in front of you this evening, and obviously a lot more work to do.
Totally fine with it too. They were cool.
Absolutely, and it's a part of the aesthetic of our community, and it's what it should be. So we need to get us dialed up to where we should have been. With that being said, is there anything else that you'd like me to bring to future discussions? Anything else that's hot on your mind while we're here in the DDA Director's Report?
Not at this time.
Okay. Well, that will close the DDA Director's Report if there's no other matters. There's no table and referred item, so Commission, I'd be looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
That guy with that building, I mean, your ZBA, you know that, but for variance, the guy that's built that gazebo over the water out there.
Yeah. I figured that's where this is gonna go next,
This could be great.
but